Make America great again. It's already very painful just watching the presidential debate between Biden and Trump. Seeing now even an assassination attempt on Trump is just the cherry on top. Now in this video, I don't want to talk about the implications on democracy, etc. This is in the end a crypto channel. I want to talk about what kind of impact this had on the MAGA token. Because here's the thing with global events like this. Global news create attention, and attention turns into purchases of related tokens, as we have seen with MAGA. The price went from $6 all the way to above $10 in a matter of a few minutes. But now we are coming back down. Could the price potentially continue to rise from here, given that the chances are pretty high that Trump will win this election? I want to look at on-chain metrics. I want to look at the buyers and sellers. So let's start off with the balance that's been held by MaxC. That's the main centralized exchange of MAGA, which holds currently 3.3% of the token. Here's the balance development over time. MaxC is accumulating potentially because customers simply demand for the token, right? They want to buy the token on the centralized exchange, and then the centralized exchange goes on chain to actually do the purchases. And so we are at an all-time high in the MaxC holdings, and attention on MAGA is large, especially relative to the liquidity on chain. Because have a look at this. This is the Ethereum chain, and the Trump token is the 17th largest token on chain. It's got 9 million worth of liquidity. Half of that is wrapped Ethereum. The other half is the Trump token. So there's currently 590,000 tokens on chain in that pool on Uniswap. MaxC holds roughly 3 times of that. Now, when I looked at the on-chain holder development, when I looked at the buyers and sellers, retail, but also the whales, I noticed something that is a bit off, that is a bit concerning. At the first glance, everything looks very nice. As in, the number of retail investors is growing over time, medium-sized retail as well, and whales as well. So what we see here on the left is the number of wallets that hold at least 100 MAGA tokens. So that's $770 worth of the token. In the middle, we've got a 10x in minimum holding. So that's at least $7,700 worth of the token. And on the right, we've got $77,000 worth of the token. So it's always a 10x from one another. The whales have stopped purchasing since the middle of February of this year, but the number of whales is actually not going down. It's simply just flat. But since February of this year, the number of retail wallets grew by almost 3x. So it's really a retail-driven rally. However, here are the same kind of charts, but only for the last month. And here is what's concerning. The number of whale investors didn't really change much. Medium-sized retail grew by roughly 10%, and small retail grew by roughly 20%. So one would expect that in the last month, this is where those charts start, that in the last month, the price should have gone up. There was mainly adoption, right? There was more and more people jumping on the token. But in the last month, the price unfortunately went down by 37%. So MaxC is accumulating, small retail is accumulating as well. The number of whale wallets is pretty much stagnant. Where does all this selling pressure come from? I do not have an answer, unfortunately. I do not know who's selling here, but there's some kind of selling happening that's not that visible on chain. I thought maybe it's leverage, maybe it's manipulation via derivatives, via perpetual futures, but there's also very little trading volume on those perpetual futures. Right? There's no action here either. And so because of that question mark, because I don't know why the price went down in the last month, while Bitcoin went in aggregate almost flat, right? It was only a loss of 5%. While at the same time, we see how the investor base is growing. Because I can't explain this poor performance, I personally have to stay away, unfortunately. I'm not going to buy MAGA, but if you've got an idea why the price performed so poorly and why it might not in the future, where the selling pressure was coming from and why this might stop, then please let me know. I want to see the data that shows what's actually going on. I'm really looking forward to any kind of comment that might reveal what this puzzle is all about. If you've got Telegram, I'm also very much looking forward to discussing this with you over there. There is a dedicated free Telegram group. Feel free to check it out. If you want to know what I'm personally trading, feel free to also check out Premium. It's down below. It's thebitcoinstrader.com. See you over there.